Thank you all for joining us. We're delighted to have you here. I'm Ed Boyajian. I'm the president and CEO of EDB. And Craig, could you introduce yourself?
Sure. Thanks for having me today. My name is Craig Guarente, and I'm the CEO for Palisade Compliance.
Great. Delighted to be here with you, Craig, as always. So I wanted to start with a question. Why are you here today? And I think there are likely two broad reasons why you've joined us to kind of hear about how to migrate away from Oracle. One area is focused on the problems that you may be experiencing, and some of them that we hear most often relate maybe obviously to the Oracle costs that are painful for you and your organizations. The second we hear quite often is that the contracts are punitive and often have been oversold. You're using more than you actually need, or you're buying more than you actually need. And the third we hear quite often is around this threat or fear of an Oracle audit. And all of those problems are pretty negative, but they also act, as we've seen in our experience with many users who are migrating away, are the catalyst for change. And in many cases, a really strong catalyst. The other side of the equation is, I imagine many of you are here today because you're thinking differently. You're thinking about the opportunities that are in front of you for your companies. And those opportunities exist also, I think, on a dynamic continuum. And this certainly doesn't capture all of those potential benefits you might gain, but certainly driving out costs so that you can reapply economics to other parts of your business, more focused on growth. The notion that you can free your business from lock-in to a cumbersome vendor, and the latitude that provides you in some of your other strategic choices, and particularly that which relates to the ability to do transformation in your business, particularly around digital transformation. Craig, before we get it, we see the results. Any additional thoughts or comments on the kind of drivers for people to be here today in your view?
Well, I think these answers, sum it up. This is what we see. Obviously, our business is helping customers deal with Oracle, contractually licensing. So we typically don't get the happy Oracle customer coming to Palisade looking to spend more with Oracle. So I think what I'm seeing a lot, especially this year, is cost. CIOs are under a lot of pressure to reduce those costs. And actually today, Oracle announces earnings. So if you want to know how much money you're giving Oracle, today's the day.
I think this sets up the agenda really well and what we want to talk to you guys about today. So there are a few things we'll cover. We'll cover why migrate. We'll talk a bit about breaking free from the restrictions that you find in Oracle contracts and how that you can do that to save money. We'll talk about some new technologies to enable digital transformation, and we'll try to showcase some key customer examples.